Hey, what is going on, guys? This is a review of something a little bit different. It's actually a packet of honey coconut macadamia nuts from a company called Lana. Probably butchering that name, I apologize, but they are pure Hawaiian grown macadamia nuts. They just come in this nice little package here. This company is actually very well known for coffee and whatnot. I think these macadamia nuts are fairly new. They just kind of started offering them. I could be wrong about that, but I do know that they are pretty well known for coffee. So if you recognize that brand name, that is most likely why. But yeah, anyway, they do come in this nice little bag here. I don't really have anything for reference here, I guess. Here is an iPhone 6 to show you how big the bag is. So it's a little bit bigger than an iPhone 6, but it's definitely a very easily portable snack size bag, and you can just kind of rip off the top when you're ready to eat them, and they do have a resealable bag in here, which is very, very nice. So I'll go ahead and open them and show you what they look like in a second. But it is very minimalistic packaging. It's just a little paper bag here, and on the back here we just have our nutrition facts. This is where I was a little disappointed, to be honest. I mean, they have 22 grams of fat for a quarter cup of these, which is ridiculous. I don't think I've seen very many things with that much fat, so that's a little disappointing just because, I don't know, that's a ton of fat for a quarter cup of these. But the sodium and whatnot isn't bad. They have 7 grams of carbs for a quarter cup, that's not bad. Sugar is 5 grams, not terrible. And protein, 2 grams, that's pretty good. But where I was a little disappointed here is actually in the ingredients. If you look at the very end, you can see that they do have some food coloring in there. So they have yellow 5, FD&C yellow 6, and then they have red 40. So that's where I was a little disappointed. I mean, something with macadamia nuts, I'll show you in a second, they're still not very attractive at all, and the fact that they have to put in food coloring, like I said, is just a little disappointing. I mean, I would think they'd be nice and all natural and a healthy snack, but the fact that they do have 3 different food colorings in there is a little disappointing. You really don't see that many things with food colorings, but with this, it's like they're not even really attractive anyway. I'll show you. So I really don't see the point of the food coloring. So I'll go ahead and open up the packet and show you guys what the macadamia nuts look like here. Just kind of rip this off here, like I said. You can see that they do have this resealable package here. So if you open it like this, and you can see that you can simply kind of pinch it closed again, and it will seal itself shut, which is super nice. So if you don't want to eat the entire bag at once, which really isn't very hard to do, so it's pretty easy to eat this entire bag at once, but that would be, if you ate this entire bag, it would be like 88 grams of fat in this tiny little bag. Like I said, it's not that much bigger than an iPhone 6. If you look in there, there really aren't that many macadamia nuts, and this is 88 grams of fat, which is insane, but at the same time, they taste really good. So definitely not a snack you should carry with you all the time, but at the same time, they are a very, very good snack. But it's basically like eating, I don't know, I can't even think of something, basically like eating pure butter. Like 88 grams of fat in this little tiny bag. It's really ridiculous. But what I was saying, as you can see, that they aren't all that attractive. They're not terrible. Like, I'll take one out and show you. They aren't like terribly unattractive. This is basically like a good example of what most of them look like. It's not like they're really ugly or anything like that, but it's like if you're eating something like this, you're not really wanting it to look all that nice. And so the food coloring in it, I don't know what color they'd be originally. I would assume they'd be like whiter almost. Like they're adding yellow and red, so this makes them like almost less attractive in my opinion. I think a whiter color would be nicer. So that is one thing I really wish they didn't do. The food coloring that's added in there, I really don't understand the point of that. I wish they would take that out, revise the recipe a bit, and maybe put like all natural or something on the front. Just make it somewhat healthier. If you're already having 22 grams of fat in a quarter cup, we don't need to have food coloring in there as well. So that is just my opinion on this. But one thing that I do really like about them in like a snacking sense is that they aren't sticky at all. Like they do have honey and coconut, so you'd think they'd be somewhat messy, but I'm like rolling around in my hands. It's a little weird to do with the macadamia nut, but you can see there's a little bit of coconut here, but there isn't like any stickiness or anything like that. So if you're driving or something like that, these are fine to eat, except for the fact that they have a ridiculous amount of fat in them. But if you're driving or whatever, you have the bag next to you, you can kind of put them in your mouth, and you don't have to worry about your steering wheel getting all sticky or anything like that, because they really are a pretty clean snack, which is surprising because they have honey and coconut, so you'd think they would be fairly messy just because the coconut would fall everywhere and the honey would be sticky, but that is not the case at all. So if you're looking for a very clean snack, these are a good option. They're clean and easy to eat, but at the same time, they're really, really unhealthy, so that is the downside, of course. But one thing that comes with them being unhealthy is that they are extremely tasty. If you like honey and coconut, it's not a too intense flavor of either, but if you do kind of have to enjoy both honey and coconut and macadamia nuts to enjoy this, which makes sense because, you know, it's all 3 of those things combined. But if you do like those 3 things, these are really, really tasty. One thing I did notice, though, is that about 1 in every 10 tastes terrible. Really annoying because you're going through the bag and you're like, wow, these are super good. and then like you hit the 10th one and you're just like, and it just tastes really, okay, what is these sound effects? But anyway, it just tastes really, really bad, and then you kind of have to eat another one to recover from it, or to be drinking some water or something like that. It's like, I don't know why, it's like just 1 in every 10 is like a bad macadamia nut or something, which is something that kind of kills the entire package in my opinion. If they eliminated the bad ones, it really would be great, because the good tasting ones taste really good. I mean, it's basically like eating candy covered in butter, but at the same time, if you are wanting to eat that and you want something that tastes really good, then these would do it for you. So overall, this product can appeal to some people and really not appeal to others. If you want a quick, convenient snack and you don't really care about your health, then you're not too worried about some of them being bad, then this is a great option for you. But if you're kind of like iffy already, and then you realize that some of the macadamia nuts in the bag taste awful, then you probably aren't too interested in this product. I mean, they're really, really terribly unhealthy for you, and if you're not even really enjoying them because of the bad ones in them, I just don't think they're worth it. I mean, you can get lucky and the entire bag of your macadamia nuts will taste really good, but at the same time, you're still consuming 88 grams of fat by eating the bag, and you are also consuming a lot of food coloring, which is really unnecessary in my opinion, as I've stated multiple times. Even with the food coloring, they don't really look that attractive, so if you could just take out the food coloring, and then we're not consuming food coloring, and we're really not worried about the appearance of the macadamia nuts, so that would just improve the macadamia nut overall in my opinion. But yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching this review. I feel like not that many people are going to watch this, because this is a food review rather than like technology or something like that. But yeah, anyway, if you are here watching this, thank you for doing so. You can comment below if you would like to see more reviews of similar products. I guess I could try to do some more food reviews. But yeah, anyway, if you enjoyed this video in particular, then a like rating is always appreciated. If you'd like to see more reviews not very similar to this one, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, anyway, this has been Jordan for Overviews. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in my next review.